Hey there. So I just want to make a video about the final decan of Scorpio and weave in a bit of this new moon, which is happening either very, very late, very at the very end of the day on the 19th, or somewhere very, very early on the 20th, depending on where one resides. All right, so let's do this. Um, the last decan of Scorpio. So, Scorpio is the death card. Won't be. We'll be glad to maybe move on from this. All right. Um, the planet that rules Scorpio is Pluto, and the card for Pluto is Judgment. Okay. Oops. And so the last decan of Scorpio is ruled by Cancer. The card for Cancer is the Chariot. And we've gone from the Five of Cups and we've reached the Seven of Cups. It does seem to be rejoicing in a way. I like that. In the Rider-Waite, it doesn't seem like such a rejoicing card, but I've had some interesting insights into the Seven of Cups, and I no longer see it as solely a card of confusion and overwhelm, and I see it a little differently. And had some different insights, and ironically, I'm going to show you the next card. The planet that rules the third decan of Scorpio is the moon, and the moon's card is the High Priestess. Okay, put her right there. Let's see if I can get everything in. All right, I think I have it all in there. Okay, excuse me. Now the third decan of Scorpio, and we're almost finished with it. My apologies for not getting this video ready sooner. It started on the 13th of November and moves until the 22nd. And after that time, we will slip into a new sign and a whole new aspect of our story, the story. I mentioned that I had some different insights into the Seven of Cups. If you're familiar with the Rider-Waite, it's a person kind of like googly-eyed and looking at all of these cups with many, many options. I was also thinking recently that it's maybe less about options, more about memories, more about things that have been grown through, things that maybe still need to be addressed, but it's important to do so in order to move on in this leg of the journey. I had a dream recently, and in the dream there was a bridge that was across an expanse of water. Now, in the dream, it was nighttime. I was not on the bridge. Instead, I was in the water, but not exactly in the water. Now, we are in water energy with Scorpio. But in this dream, I was actually traversing the water by kind of walking across it. And I wasn't exactly walking on water, but it was as if there were these little, I don't know, little circles that supported me, and I could just put a foot on each of these circles and walk across. And then my feet were still in a little bit of water, maybe an inch to 3. I was not in the depths of it. And I wanted to share that with you because it's my feeling that anyone that ends up tuning in to this video has perhaps, and in fact likely, already been through the depths of what is represented by those Seven of Cups. And it's really so this Decan of Scorpio has hopefully been about acknowledging acknowledging those experiences, those lessons, the joys that have been already, that have become a part of us, of each of us individually, in whatever way that would apply, and therefore this is just kind of a final traversing of those experiences, and with appreciation. Was also thinking a lot today about the fact that I was traversing this expanse by walking through the water, the emotional aspect. But there's also a bridge, so then there would be air. And so I was thinking about when we travel our journeys, there are many components to our reaching that next shore. It has to be, it's not just one aspect, emotional. It has to also be mental, energetic, the drive, and the grounding, the actual physical doing of moving across the expanse. All right. So here in this Seven of Cups, it's not quite a feeling of overwhelm. It feels a lot like liberation. The symbols on these cups each represent a different element: earth, air, fire, and water, not necessarily in that order. And there's a feeling of transcending, of transcending the lessons, especially with regard to the cups. And there are 3 cups. Yes, they are full, but they're not overflowing. In fact, they're almost like expanding mists into the next, watering the seeds of the next level, next piece of the journey. And I will bring up the Cancer card, because in examining the Seven of Cups, in the experiences that have gotten us to any given point, it is necessary to integrate all aspects, the dark and the light. And I don't mean good and bad. I mean the aspects, maybe the difficult to acknowledge pieces, but they're beautiful too. And actually, we need both. We need the fullness of the experience in order to move forward. And because ultimately the journey of Scorpio is about resurrection. It is about that joy, that releasing of the old in order to rise into the new. As I mentioned, there is a new moon. I'm told it's quite potent. I am not an astrologer. I'm fascinated, but I'm not an astrologer at all. I do love that the high priestess comes, and she says to me, speaks to me about the stillness of the new moon. It's but a potent stillness. And though this is a full moon and we are in the new moon, I feel like this is new moon energy. And so may this be a fruitful and beautiful full moon for you. As I mentioned, it's occurring while many of us will be asleep. So may your dreams, may your dreams bring you much enlightenment. The story of the water energy will continue when we hit Pisces season, and we'll move into the 8, 9, and 10 of Cups. But it doesn't mean that the journey pauses until then. There'll be other aspects to address along the way. Okay, I am going to excuse me, get a card from the Energy Oracle deck. What is this one? Okay, she's holding a moon and on the cover, and though it is very round, there's something very shimmery and gauzy about it, so it made me think of the new moon. So this is the message for this new moon and for these last few days of the final decan of Scorpio. Adored Spirit. Such a pale card. You see this, there is the dove, and it reminds me of allowing in and the energy of the depths. That is Scorpio. And to let it move through. In order to fly. And these doors are only just opening. Only just. All right, let me see. I mentioned dreams. So I'll get one of the Dreamweaver cards. It's also, there's a cat. It's my cat Emma's birthday today. She is 12. Okay. When it's time to say goodbye. You just notice how this little figure is just holding on for dear life. But it is time to let go. It's time to let go. And it's I don't know exactly what creature this is. I don't know if it's a dragon or a snake or a lizard. But it's what it's saying to me is that this level in your transformative journey is complete. And so you can let go. It's safe. It's safe to just release it. And allow yourself to move forward, upward to your next level. Let me think, what would I like? I will get, what to do. I'm going to skip the charms. I think I will do a rune. Alright, runes. Get this one. I just have to find it. It's Perth. number 6. Something hidden. It's a mystery rune pointing to that which is beyond our frail manipulative powers. Perth is on the side of heaven, the unknowable, and has associations with the phoenix. Wow, isn't that cool? That mystical bird which consumes itself in the fire and then rises from its own ashes. Its ways are secret and hidden. Powerful forces of change are at work here. Yet what is achieved is not easily or readily shared. After all, becoming whole, the means of it, is a profound secret. On the side of the earthly or mundane, there may well be surprises, gains, or rewards that you did not anticipate. On the side of human nature, this rune is symbolized by the flight of the eagle, soaring flight, free from entanglement, lifting yourself above the endless web and flow of the ordinary life to acquire broader vision. All this is indicated here. Another of the cycle runes, Perth stands at the heart of initiation. Nothing external matters here except as it shows you its inner reflection. This rune is concerned with the deepest stratum of our being, the bedrock on which our destiny is founded. For some, Perth means experiencing a death. If need be, let go of everything, no exceptions, no exclusion. Nothing less than renewal of spirit is at stake. I think that was, that's perfect. That is perfect last decan of Scorpio message. And, yeah. So, may your dreams be awesome. The veils feel quite beautifully thin, and I feel like there's much accessible to us. So please enjoy the journey, and I'll see you next time. Bye.